Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Laura Canfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Yes, we are in a different space, different spot, different place. I'm back in Canada visiting my family, and as a surprise, because I thought, the flights came back on, and I had a flight booked at this time, so I was like, maybe I should take it, because it was a stressful time when flights were not running and my parents were sick and all that stuff. So I wanted to come and surprise them and my children, and boy, were they surprised. They were shocked. They had no idea. So it was great. It was the best surprise ever, and we pulled it off, right? So I didn't tell my dad because he couldn't keep a secret, right? So only my mom knew. So it was fun. So I'm here for the next month, and so kind of like a vacation as well. So I'm not doing as much, because sometimes, when you go to your mom's house, it's like time just stops or something happens, and it's like I don't feel like doing anything, and like I'm being spoiled. So I'm gonna definitely gain like 20 pounds, but it's all good. It's all good. So it'll be fine. So today, back with us is my good friend Sarah Massiah is here. She's going to be talking about the miracle of life, stepping out of the old paradigm into the new. And we're going to be doing processes. Sarah is going to be reading from her book, as well, a chapter from her book that's coming out, and just all sorts of stuff. We're going to be taking questions as well, like we always do, a short guided meditation. And who knows what else. There's always so much, right? So I'm excited. I know you all are, and I'm so glad to have Sarah back. She was with us earlier this season back in February, and oh my goodness, we had such a wonderful time. So I'm so glad she's here with us today. So Sarah, welcome back to the show.
Thanks. It's wonderful to be back. And I've got, some lovely information to share, and just to remind everyone, the miracle that is life. Sometimes we take that for granted. And I think as we've all paused and stopped in this time, when we've all been locked down, some of us may have found it a bit of a struggle and, to get through the day. So I thought reading about the miracle of life may just brighten everyone up.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we are going to be doing a process as well, and we're going to be taking live caller questions, right?
Yes, yeah, we are.
Awesome. So for those of you who would like to ask Sarah a question, you can raise your hand, or you can put your question in the chat. If you don't know how to raise your hand on a phone or a tablet or something, type it in the chat. Somebody will explain it to you. I still don't know. I think you click on participants or your face or something, and the stuff is there. I don't use my phone at all for Zoom, so I don't know. I do use my tablet. Sometimes I've started, but I don't know how to raise my hand. I think you click on participants, play with it, press on different buttons. If you get kicked out, come back and join us, okay? Awesome. So Sarah, let's start first talking about the miracle of life, what that is. And you're right, we do take it for granted. And a lot of times we take it for granted, especially or we don't see it as a miracle when we're being challenged, right? When we have challenges in our life, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, whether it's financial, whatever, relationships, we sometimes, I'll be honest, at that point, we sometimes think, how can this be a miracle? Why did I even choose this? Why am I here? Why am I experiencing this again and again and again? I'm saying that because I've been there. I've asked those same questions. I've said those same things. I've yelled and screamed at God so many times.
Yes, so have I. I've questioned. I've said, why have I chosen this as my mission? I absolutely. And life does throw us like curveballs at times, but the important thing is to dig deep within and think, how is this? What can I learn? What can I grow? How can I grow from this? Basically, digging deep and using introspection. Which is a gift in itself. So, because it is easy to get caught up in the drama of situations which take us off track, and it's looking at it and bringing ourselves back into the time and now and with our connection. So absolutely, it's life can be challenging.
And especially right now when, I'll be honest, you all know this, I was quite worried about my parents because they both have underlying conditions. And at one point they were both sick and coughing and fever and all that wonderful stuff. And then my stepson was in the hospital for a month, having multiple surgeries and etc. So I was quite worried and I was quite concerned. And I'm like, why is this stupid COVID thing happening? And what can I do, right? What can I do? And at that point, it's like, why am I here? How can I help humanity with this? Because I'm here to help humanity. I know that. But how can I help humanity? How can I help my family? How can I help myself? And what is the bigger lesson here? And a lot of times we get the information when we ask the questions, we get the awareness and the information. Sometimes we don't ask the question because we're still stuck in the emotions of it. We're not at a objective place, right? And so we're not asking from our heart, we're just asking from our mind, and that blocks us from receiving the higher wisdom, right?
Absolutely. And there is always a bigger picture behind many things that happen to us if we can stay connected, and when we step back, just take another look at it. So definitely there's a bigger picture to this COVID and everything that's happening now. And
so although this call is not about COVID,
no, but yeah, absolutely not. But we just have to look at keep ourselves grounded, try and stay positive, and send as much healing light out to the planet and to everybody as we can,
and continue to live our life.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
So whenever anything is happening to us, because nothing really happens to us, right? But whenever we're experiencing anything, a lot of times we stop creating, we stop living, we stop dreaming, we stop choosing for ourselves, right? And we get caught up in the drama and trauma and the story, right? And then and that lowers our vibration.
Yeah, and there's many, we have triggers, you see, the triggers. So if an event happens, it may trigger a long lost feeling. It may be of worry, for instance. And so something that happens will trigger something, so we can look at it in a deeper way. With worry, there's many aspects to worry. It causes anxiety. So it's about really digging deep and looking at each issue as it comes up, and being grateful really for the triggers to clear up what we're here to raise our vibration and to become glorious beings of light, connected to source, knowing we're creator beings.
And a lot of times we are not grateful for the challenges. We are not grateful for the triggers. But the thing is, those triggers and those challenges, they are a gift. They are a gift because they can bring us back to who we really are, can bring us back to our core, to our being, to our essence. And a lot of times it's about bringing us back to letting go of that grip that the mind has on us, and that society and culture and all those other different paradigms have on us, right?
Absolutely. And I'm going to share with everyone, for the last 9 months, every day I've spent 2 hours at least healing myself. Little triggers come up, and then the next day I do my clearings on myself in the bath, because actually I don't get disturbed there. There's so many other distractions, so I take myself off, shut the door, and every morning for 9 months. And I keep saying to Creator, and this is where I say, when's this going to end? This, because every day there seems to be something else to work through. But actually, I'm so grateful to Creator that I've been able to use this gift that I've been given to clear this for myself. But also, it's sending a lot of healing to the planet and lots of other souls in other dimensions. So, although I'm thinking, will this ever end? Actually, there is like a bigger picture, and it's using what gifts you have, tuning in. If it's prayer, then it's about spending some time every day to try and connect to Creator, the angels and guides, and your own divinity with love and glory. So I think that is important at the moment.
Yeah, and everything that you do for yourself, you are actually doing for all of humanity and for the collective. Okay,
Absolutely.
So please get that. I know so many of you want to do for the collective, want to do for humanity, want to do for the earth. And that's all lovely and wonderful. But if you don't do for yourself, doesn't matter. That sounds really harsh and like not kind at all, but if you don't do for yourself, all the rest of the stuff is, I don't know, what I'm getting from spirit right now is like not useless per se, but not as valuable as it could be if you were also working on yourself. And working on yourself does not mean, you know, I know Sarah's doing clearings and healings on herself all the time, but it doesn't mean digging for something. As something comes up, say, oh, interesting that this is coming up, interesting that I'm getting triggered by this, okay, let me do a clearing and healing on this, right?
Yeah.
So,
and it could be a prayer, couldn't it? It could be sitting in meditation. It's what's right for the individual. You know, it's not everybody's journey to be doing that type of deep work, and I'm only doing it actually this at this level because I'm going to be teaching the keys in September. I'm planning to take the first level of the key training out to people, and so I have to work through, I've been told by upstairs, quite a lot more than maybe others might be.
Of course, totally makes sense.
So that is quite exciting, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. So it's like, you know, as you're triggered, do whatever you need to do, but continue living your life, continue creating, continue choosing, continuing being in joy. That creates more than being in worry and anxiety and stress. When you're in joy, and you can be in joy even when you are in pain or challenged in some way. I know I'm saying this and people are like, how can you possibly understand when I'm in pain every single minute of the day? You can't understand. How can I be in joy? How can I be happy? How can I create? How can I love? How can I? That is your moment for you to do even more for yourself, to love yourself even more, love the moment even more. Why am I talking so much? I have no idea, but this is spirit talking through me.
That's good. Excellent.
So you know, that's I don't know. I try not to do that during these calls, but it's like it was just coming through, so it's like, all right, let's just go with it, right? So so Sarah, so let's get back to Sarah. All right, guides, God, you know, keep me focused here, people. Come on. I'm so excited because I feel like I haven't done a call in a while. It's only been a week, but it still feels like a long time because everything has changed in this week. And thank you so much, Caroline, for that beautiful message in there. Thank you. All right, so how can we, you know, let's talk a little bit about how can we step out of the old paradigm and into the new, and what is this new paradigm that we're stepping into?
The new paradigm is made up of unity consciousness. So going from a secular consciousness where we just think about ourselves to looking at how we're all creators' children, we're all one. It's stepping away from judgment and as we said, fear, worry, anxiety, and trying to live really more in the moment of now and not stepping back into the past or being worrying about what's going to happen in the future. It's really trying to stay focused on the time of now and enjoying that moment. And as you said, some people may find that they're suffering in the moment of now, but it's about trying to look at positives, like looking out the window, seeing the trees. It's about the little things that can bring you joy as well within a day. So it's really trying to and look at how you may be able to help someone else. It might be a small thing like opening a door. It's about working together as one, as creators' children. So that's really what the new paradigm is. And it's about knowing, in fact, that you are creator beings and you can create a magical life, a really amazing life, once you're really connected back to that light and the love that you can get from above and your angels and guides. So
yeah, absolutely. And your angels and guides are here supporting you in this incarnation, okay? And so they know exactly what you're going through. They know.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's unknown to them, but you do have to request help and support from your heart, not from your head. And as I find for me, when I'm asking for a request or support, I'm not asking, hey, can you bring me this or can you bring me that? No, it's more like, can you please support me in me creating my life? You know,
Yes.
can you please send me some more supportive energy, some more strength, some more courage, some more belief, some more whatever, so that I can create my life, you know?
Absolutely. And it's tuning into our guardian angels that stand behind us every moment of the day. And every morning I thank my guardian angel really for the support and love that they give. And it's, I'm going to talk a bit about intuition, but it's about having that intuition, and that intuition's a deep inner knowing that they are surrounding you and holding you in their arms and really supporting you. So it's about giving thanks for your, the support we can't see, we can feel, and we can know it's there. So that's.
And when you are thanking your angels, your guides, your guardian angels, spirit creator, for their presence, for their support, for their love, that they're here with you, when you send that gratitude and thanks, you're acknowledging that they're there.
Yeah, absolutely.
That they're with you. And that makes your connection to them even stronger.
Yes, absolutely. And if people are working with their guides, it's good to learn your guide's energy signature as well as your guardian angel, which you can build up as you go through the journey and connect more. You can learn their energy signature, so when they step in, you absolutely know that it's them and it's their presence. So that's quite amazing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sarah, do you want to take some questions first, or do you want to do the reading from your book first?
I'll do the reading and then maybe do the questions, if that's okay.
That sounds good.
I'm not reading the whole chapter because it's 5 pages. It's quite a long one, so I've cut a bit out, but I'm just going to read so people get an idea. So it's the forgotten miracle of life. We write this chapter so that you know that miracles are possible. Many have forgotten the first miracle, that is of life. When there is much hardship within a realm, often there is a lot of fear, anger, and frustration. Many fail to see the miracle of birth. The miracle of birth for some is trampled right out of their souls in the first few days. We discuss here unconscious parenting, the energy of abusive situations and power struggles between couples, causing vibrational disharmony and fear-filled situations. So, for many, the miracle of birth is tinged. We here must look at the bigger picture also. For many souls incarnating in areas of the world where there are famines, which become normal, many strive to even understand that the miracle of life from day one, it is washed away, nearly as soon as they open their eyes. Oh, how we watch on and look at the corruption that infects some systems and laws and infects your souls. We inform you, much will change as the planet rises, as the darkness cannot survive in the new earth energies. The miracle of life shall become valued as more and more of you awaken from slumber. You are creator beings in earnest, and you cried for change. Mother, Father, universal energy of all there is, heard your cries for love, light, and change. And so Creator said, let there be light. My children have suffered so. So the great offensive began against the darker energies that have surrounded and controlled your worlds for eons, rendering you unconscious of whom you are. Oh, the webs they weave to keep you from the energy of the miracle that is life. So we begin this chapter by lifting your hopes, and so that you shall know, those that are conscious amongst you, the miracle of life shall return to your realm. Not quickly enough, I hear your response. We inform you all is perfectly timed, as there are some imperfections that still continue due to some collective growth that needs to be made. We inform you such imperfections will slowly abate. So the perfection of creation, perfection within your soul, and love shall conquer. Oh, now to look at what a miracle may look like for an individual. First, we must regain the belief that miracles can exist and do happen. We begin here with the understanding that much disease can be transmuted much quicker if there is an inert knowing that miracles do exist, and this knowing is firmly established. Many may exclaim, why, I believe in miracles. Whilst we say, yes, you may believe, it is the inert knowing of which we speak. Of course, this is bound up in other things. So to bring this inert knowing back in entirety, we shall first examine the concept of divine intervention. We ask you, how can there be a miracle performed if you do not believe the divine can intervene? This is in fact an energetic resonance, a supreme connection, a one-way telephone to Mother, Father, Prime Creator. And much of this energy has been blocked for many. However, we inform you of good news. This channel is very much opened, so the divine creator may intervene. Many are awakening, becoming conscious, and will form beautiful relationships with the divine. This connection enables greater intuition to become realized. Many awaken have held agreements to disconnect from this energy, the energy of divine intervention, until a certain time in evolution. The rationale behind this was to be blended in with the general populace, as this energy was lacking within your planet and Earth. Those holding this light would have stuck out like a sore thumb. How did this energy not exist in entirety? Many old stories holding back such light, of which of course aided the duality of existence to continue. For without the duality, nothing would be. We inform you now that all that has been completed by many behind the scenes by self-introspection and those prayers of others has aided this energetic resonance to become fully anchored. This divine intervention, an energetic vibration of assistance, is fully flowing as intended for the great awakening, which is happening now within your realm. This energy allows much change to occur quickly within a soul's journey. And so we ask any that are awakening now are fully tuned into this gift Creator's offered. For those who are reading this or hearing it at this moment, you can activate it through intent, as many have forgotten the ability to ask and receive as the children of God, Creator, Elohim, Divine Mother, Father, source of all there is. We go back now to discuss miracles and inform you that many have closed their eyes to such a possibility as the world descended back into infancy. Science became mainstream, and this knowledge intensified, so many became disassociated with Creator and the flow of light within and around them, blocking gifts, not only to intuition, but for many the ability to see the bigger picture of life, completely unconscious of all the glory of creation, becoming disgruntled with the life they lead. Of course, this greatly affects constitutions, and the energy of disgruntlement actually slows down metabolic rates. I'm going on to another page. So we move on now, lastly, to the miracle, which is you as a creator being, and tell you many have forgotten the power to create miraculous lives. We write this now to inform you, whilst many major reasons and blocks as to why this knowledge has eluded you, you may now clear them. There are many reasons why you remain in the dark to who you are. This comes down to many lifetimes where such knowledge was squashed by one thing or another. Here we mention vows and oaths you took, unworthiness you hold on to, and accumulated energies that require releasing. We discuss here the build-up of energies from many lives that have suppressed the inner knowing that you are a miracle of creation. This goes beyond words or emotions. It is an inert knowing of which we speak. We now express this through words. You began as a dot, a spark, a fleck, as a grander illusion than you could ever expect. You began as a whisper of energy of love that was expressed from your soul, from Creator above. You began with divine running through your souls before you first stepped out of the energetic love bowl. Pure essence of Creator, all wise and at peace, knowledge of all there is devised, creation held deep inside. Before you stepped out from peace, exploring duality to make your own realities. In the beginning, you pledged to ensure infinity, the Trinity would prevail, and you were bathed within a glorious knowing. The miracles of your deep soul knowing would always keep you going. You began your experiences shining and clean, no matter your journeying or the things that you'd see. We say to you now, you very old souls, during the time of ascension through intention, we invite you back to the glorious honey-filled knowing that Creator and you are one, and this only keeps growing. Oh, how the wondrous glory you hold deep inside, the energy of miracles, and knowing that all things are one, you are the pinnacle of glory, Creator's daughter or son. Just want to read the last little bit there, Alara, because it's just about the planet now takes on a new meaning for many souls, and it has reached a new height. And we've been gifted a new lease of life. We all have. It is a planet of discovery as the journeys and we all start to awaken to whom we truly are. To understand that there is perfection in imperfection. To understand you are part of the divine without separation as an infinite being of light, and to understand that you are masters in form. And, you know, and it's really very poignant words about remembering who we are really, and the miracle of the gift of life and our journey and why we've really come here at this time.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, we chose, each and every one of us chose to be here at this time for whatever reason. The reason doesn't matter anymore, but we chose to be here. And part of that, you know, for me, the hardest part has been accepting that I chose to be here, right?
Yes, absolutely.
This was my choice to be here. So finally accepting that and saying, okay, then when you can finally accept that, then you can start to live. You can start to create. You can start to say, okay, so, I'm here now. Okay, what do I want to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, another part in the chapter that I didn't read, it just talks about Creator and Melchizedek, because that's who I'm channeling the book with, both Creator and Melchizedek, has said that, you know, it may feel like all the work we're doing on ourselves feels like a never-ending journey, and yeah. I can completely understand that that's how it feels, because some days I've thought, I'm not doing this today. No, I'm not doing it. I want to go out and walk my dog early, and then I've got clients, or, you know, and no, lo and behold, I'm in the bath and off we go. And I'm like, oh. So, but they said to me, you know, how, if you could look at this little period of your life and how you're such an infinite being of light, this bit of work you're doing on yourself now will really, it's for infinity. You don't have to go through this again unless under the laws of free will you choose to. And I've told them I'm definitely not choosing to go through my past again. Thank you very much. So,
yeah, exactly.
So it's you know, the time on earth, our one incarnation experience, they told me upstairs that it's like one day at school. So our whole life is like one day at school. Then you go home and you have a little period where you relax like you would when you go home after work. You have a little look at what you want to achieve next, and you go through your life and what's happened, and you do analyze it. So that is part of your return, and then you plan for your next incarnation.
Yeah, or next experience, I want to call it.
Yeah, experience. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so, exactly. I was going to say something and now it's gone. Okay. So, you know, and what, you know, what this is too, like as you were speaking, is like we are creator, you know, creator is expressing itself through us, right?
Absolutely.
And so in that way, there is never any separation. How can you be separate from who you are? You are that.
You can't. You
right?
are.
And it's like, this is, you know, an expression of the creator, or the creator expressing itself through us. And so when you get that you are light, you are love, you are the creator, you are whatever you choose to be, right? You are whatever you choose to be as you express yourself in this reality. It gives you a sense of liberation, but also like responsibility for yourself, right? So you're starting to own that who you are and what you create. And it's like, okay, so I am the creator and I'm choosing for myself and I'm creating for myself. all right, what do I want to create? What do I want to experience? Who do I want to become? Who am I becoming? Right?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. And it is about owning that we are creators and we are creator beings. And when you fully know that and you're totally connected, you know, divine gifts just and doors start opening that you didn't expect, and life just changes in miraculous ways. And I know that my life has totally changed. You know, I was completely unawake, probably if we go back 8 years. I was completely unawake to who I was. And if someone said to me, you'd be writing a book, you'd be doing this type of energy work, I'd have probably laughed. So it's a journey of awakening, and we continue on it, I think, throughout our lives once we've started to become awake. And you can't go back. You can't. Some days you might think, oh, it was easier when I wasn't awake because I wouldn't have, you know, be looking at things in this way. But actually no, it's just such a miracle and such a gift and a blessing that, you know, we've traveled so far.
And you know, don't get me wrong, there have been moments when I'm like, why like if I am the creator expressing myself, why am I choosing this? Trust me, I've had those moments. And I've also had those moments of like, all right, you know what, I'm done. This is not what I chose. This is not what I'm choosing. This is not what I want to experience. I'm done. Right? And then, of course, God, Spirit, Creator says, no. Are you sure you're done?
No, you're not.
No, you're not. It's like, okay. So I've had those moments. So don't get me wrong. I get it. And there have been times when I was so negative, so down, so at a loss. And, you know, I get that too. You know, so, you know, it's not always so wonderful, you know. So
it isn't. No. Yeah. And I think we have to spread that message, because sometimes people have a different perception of someone that's doing this type of work, that you don't have the same issues that everybody else has. And I can categorically say, yes, you do.
Yes, you do. Yes, yes, I do. Yeah. Yes, I've been there. Yeah. Not in the same way as some of you, for sure, but
no.
You know, no. But yes. So I get it. All right, so we have some questions. We have some hands raised and some questions in the chat. Okay, so I'm going to try and remember. I don't know, it's cold. My arms are cold here. We're going to go to Jayshree first, and I'm going to go ahead and unmute you, Jayshree. But if the connection is bad, I'm gonna hang up on you. I'm just saying, because I know sometimes the connection is bad. I can't unmute you, Jayshree. You're gonna have to do it. There you go. Hello.
Hi. Are you able to hear me?
We can, Sarah. Kind of.
Hi. Okay. Hi. How are you?
Hi. I would like to give a testimonial on Sarah's work. You know that I've worked on the shows with many healers, Laura, and I had quite an interesting journey. I think I took on some really heavy weight in terms of dark force energy. But Sarah has a very nice word for it. She calls them naughty beings. And I've been working with her. And I have to say, you know, I'm glad Randy's on the call. You know, I often think to myself that there's, I think her name is Shadia from Canada, and people like Randy, you know, people that, like me, who were struggling for so long, can benefit from Sarah's work, because I think she she takes those of us that have tried just about everything else. You know,
go ahead.
And we thank you. And we, you know, we've tried everything and we don't seem to come right. Sarah has been incredible I can't even express how much I've shifted in this 1 year or so of working with her. I've been doing this actively for 11 years now, you know, working in the, you know, with different healers, in the telesummits, with, you know, with different modalities. And her professional standard, you know, her ability to commit to us, to get, and she's really strong. You know, she's got the spiritual stamina to deal with naughty beings. You know, like the really, really heavy, naughty beings. I mean, they're not for me. They're not naughty. They like the big honcho dark forces.
Oh, I know. I have some too.
Shift that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's able. You know, she's really able to clear them. You feel tangibly different. People in my circle report feeling different. You know, they
Good.
feel the benefits from the work
Awesome.
that I've done with her. So I highly, highly recommend her work.
Bless you,
I'm still in the court case, you know, that I've been in, and self-representing in a high court without, you know, without an advocate. It's just me and the divine and support from Sarah along the way. And one of the registrars said to me, nobody has self-represented at the level that I have and reached the phase that I have. You know, so I really give thanks because it's been a profound, it's been an intense journey. And so very different from the person that you met on the various shows. You know, I can feel the very profound shifts that have come from working with Sarah. It is truly my opinion that she is one of the strongest, most profound healers on our planet right now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh,
wow.
bless you, Jayshree. Thanks. That's lovely.
That's high praise.
Thank
you, Jayshree.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, thanks.
And so, you know, and sometimes, you know, we do have to go through a few healers until we find the right one for us, right? So
absolutely, yeah. What's right for some people isn't, you know, so we have to really tune in and make sure that
yeah, but I worked with you too, and I loved our session. It's like, oh my God, it was so powerful. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I do call them naughty beings because, you know, if you strip back all the layers of every soul, it is part of Creator, and underneath it, I've been shown that every soul, even the darkest, and I'm not saying that they're not causing terrible problems, I'm not taking away, you know, but I see them as like underneath the darkness, they have like a little silver body, and they're still connected to Creator. They've just totally forgotten who they are.
Yeah, of course.
And they've got their own issues, which they haven't worked through during their experience. Yeah. And that's why a lot of souls end up how they are. But also, I completely now understand the duality of existence. And without this darker, lower vibrational energy, there would be none of us, because everything would collapse and there'd be nothing, because Creator wouldn't need to learn. The planets need that kind of vibrational tug and pull, the flux. It's built into the laws of the universe to keep stability and to keep going. So yeah, you have to look really at the bigger picture of everything.
Absolutely. Yep, I totally agree. Okay, so we're gonna go to Dawn. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you, Dawn. I can't unmute you. You go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Laura. And excited to be with you today. I'm wondering, like, my family constellation. My sister died like 30 years ago, and my parents are both in their late 80s, and my brother's dyslexic, and my parents do everything for him, and he won't grow up. He's about 9 years younger than me. What is the lesson, and what can I see from this situation that I'm not understanding? Because it feels like they just heap every energy they have on him and have, kind of abandoned me after my sister passed. What's going on in that family constellation that I'm missing?
Well, often when we feel abandoned, and people are playing roles to make us, really feel like that, there's often a bigger picture to it. And so abandonment may have been running for many incarnations for you. And it's also about being able to step forward and maybe finding forgiveness in their heart and looking at their interactions, because we can't change unfortunately, we can't change what other people are doing. We can only change ourselves and how we perceive what's going on, and we can find a peace, if you will, or a calm to that situation, so we can move on with our own life without it really dragging us down and feeling burdened by it, which is what I'm feeling that maybe is happening there. It's a bit like carrying a heavy load on your back. So it's about looking at that issue of abandonment, bringing back, because often, abandonment, the feeling of it is often feeling abandoned by Creator during certain lives, certain incarnations that we may have traveled through. So it's about really digging deep and connecting back to that light of Creator, knowing that you are, no matter what's happening around you, how others are acting, it's about staying centered and knowing that you are never abandoned, that you are a divine being of light, and that you've got a huge gift to bring to the planet through love, and the love you can express to others. I don't know if that helps, Don, at all.
Well, it helps that you remind me of that. It just seems like such a bizarre that they would turn dyslexia into he can't do anything and we're going to do everything for him, and just kind of energetically. But I think they were devastated by losing my sister, and I try to send them love, but it's sort of like it feels that their love for me is very conditional, that I'm supposed to be a martyr also, and it's just doesn't feel like that's what I should be doing. And
no. And of course it can be very upsetting, and it feels very raw when you're living through that experience. It's really about moving from that into and deep knowing that you're supported no matter what others are showing to you, and it's trying not to be triggered by some of their actions and words, if that makes sense. So it's not reacting to the triggers from the past. And of course, within the key work also, we can look down along genetic timelines, because it may have been running genetically back through timelines, but it normally is kind of bigger than that. It's about knowing that you're not abandoned, and it's looking at all the triggers that make you feel that way as well, so that you can become impervious to the triggers. When someone says something, it's about not reacting in the way you would have done previously, if that makes sense.
yes, definitely.
Yeah, so it's really about looking at that and seeing what it is with you that really tugs at the heartstrings, and it's about digging deep and trying to bring some calm, peace and love and to that whole situation for you.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate you helping me, Laura, and really wonderful to meet you today. So
good, awesome. Thank you, Don. All right, we're going to go to the chat. We're going to go to Devrani. Says, I have a tendency of procrastinating, which is frustrating and holding me back. Why is this so? What is the way forward?
It's about not seeing the path ahead, is not seeing a clear road. It's about also stepping out of your comfort zone, and it's about not seeing also the joy in the moment of what you're creating in the moment of now, if that makes sense to the caller. It's about and it's feeling bogged down. So they're showing me about being darting in many different directions. It's really about trying to focus your time more constructively, they're saying.
Instead of being scattered and pulled in different directions, focus on one thing.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know if that resonates with the
Does
caller.
that help, Devrani? Or does that make sense? Or does that resonate with you?
But it's also about, they're telling me finding joy, because they keep telling me finding joy in the moment of now.
Yeah, finding joy in the moment of now. Only can you actually create more, is by being in the moment of joy now. Because it's not like we're running away to something or running away from something. We're creating towards something, right? We're creating our future, right? But we don't want to run away from the present moment, right? The present moment is all we really have. And so we can't enjoy the present moment. You're not going to enjoy anything else, the future, or, you know, whatever you're creating.
And they're also reminding me to remind everyone about the concept of divine timing.
I hate that word.
You know, yeah, I know, but it is true, because I keep saying, what? Because I get distracted, and I should be writing the book, like we all should be doing things. We think, oh, I'm never going to get this done, and then they keep telling me divine timing, it will be out exactly when it's meant to be, and I'm like, thank you. So they did want me to just, you know, say to and remind everyone listening about that concept, because sometimes it may feel like we're being blocked or we're not fulfilling what we should be, but actually that's because there's some more steps to take before we get to the goal, and they know what's best. So
yeah, so it's like keep creating, keep doing, keep choosing, but leave the outcome up to whenever it's going to be.
Yes, so you don't
I'm not very patient, so that's hard for me. I want it all yesterday. All right, so yes, Devrani said yes, I need to focus. Yeah. Good. All right, we're gonna go to the iPhone. iPhone, I'm gonna try and unmute you. For some reason I can't. So can you unmute yourself, iPhone?
There you go. Can you hear me?
Yep, go ahead.
Hi, my name's Liz.
Hi, Liz.
And hi. And I'm calling and I'm always wondering about my journey. And
so do you have a specific question?
About what I'm here to do. I have lots of powerful visions that keep coming up for me, and I'm always divinely perfect, and timing is always what I always say, but you know, I hate waiting, and I want to know. But where is my journey going? Is it happening?
And I'm going to say wherever you want it to go, because I'm going to say wherever you want it to go, but I'll let Sarah answer if she has anything yet coming up.
Is it happening in the next 6 months to a year, or is it 2 years, or?
Well, you know, it depends on, you know, we have free will, that's the thing. So it's when you as a free will being decide that that's the route you're going to take. You see, the trouble with giving, as it were, predictions of a time, it can only be an estimated time, because if you choose to go to a different, choose a different ending, as it were, you pull a different book from the library, then it will be going in a very different direction. So the thing is, it's not about the timing so much, it's about becoming, again, like the last caller, it's about stepping into the time and now, seeing and taking and making notes of the little steps and the things you want to achieve, and then as a creator deciding that's what you're going to do and go out and create it. If we're looking at missions within the Akashic records in a reading, we can look at what your, you know, you've come here, what your mission is and your soul essence and what that is. But it's about really trying to get away from the timeline, which I know is hard, because I still say to them, when's my book going to be out? And I never really get a definitive answer. It will be when it's divine timing, they keep telling me. So it's about learning that patience and taking the steps, taking the little steps to get to your main goal.
Yeah, so are you taking the steps, Liz?
Oh, I'm definitely taking steps. I'm looking to speak publicly and all of that, and I'm waiting. Now the doors are kind of closed on that at the moment, but they're on Zoom. So
yeah, that's fine.
You know,
that's still speaking. That's still being out there. That's still doing the work, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's about reaching as many people as you can. And, you know, we all started taking the little steps to build up to where we will get to. And it's just keep going with your goals and your aims.
Yeah, so most people had to pivot when this COVID stuff happened, right? But it doesn't mean stop, right? It's just a little pivot, you know, a little detour, but you can still create, you can still continue on your path, maybe slightly different way, but you can still continue.
Right.
And of course, there's social media as well, which is a great platform that we can use. There's lots of different groups that you can promote what you're doing and any gifts and anything you want to share with people. So it's about finding different ways.
So go for it. Keep creating. Keep putting yourself out there.
Okay.
Okay, you're needed right now.
Thank you so much.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
All right, so Valentina.
Oh, yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm going to get contact with you. I'm just learning how to get in touch.
Awesome. Yeah, we're going to talk about the special offers in a few minutes. Did you have a question for Sarah?
I didn't catch the beginning, but I don't know if I'm going to get the answer, but because I develop spiritual, and I wonder if somebody can answer me.
Answer what? What's the question?
The question is I feel so much energy, like a scratch, palpation, and I can sleep in the night, and so many things happen, and I understand that I am developed spiritual, but I don't know how to what to do.
Yeah, so Sarah, you might want to talk about like the grounding and things like that, you know, how to raise your vibration, grounding and protecting, which we're going to talk about as part of the package in a minute anyways.
We are, yes, and grounding and protecting is very important, especially the protection as you become more spiritual, because when you start shining your light, you know, we do attract different energies. So there is actually, I did share, if you email me, I can send you a meditation that you can just go through a practice every morning to protect yourself with using the ultraviolet flame, a big ball of golden platinum light. I won't go into it all now, but there is protection that you can use every day to help protect your energy field. And, you know, when we do raise our vibration at the beginning, it might feel a little out of sorts and sometimes scary. And it's about...
Yes, I'm very scary because I don't want to come home and sleep because of I don't get rest enough. And I just want to say, I'm calling from Sweden.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
So Valentina, we're going to talk about the special offer in just a few minutes, and I think there is a piece of that protecting,
thank you very
grounding,
much.
and protecting that may be helpful. Okay.
Because I tried many things with white light bubble and everything, angels and archangels, but nothing helped.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
So I'm so tired.
Oh, bless you. It might be worth maybe, you know, booking in if you feel
booking
drawn.
a session with Sarah. Yeah.
We can have a look at where that's from.
Thank you, because I need some help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, bless you. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm so appreciate everything you do for us.
Oh, thank you, Valentina. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, so I think we just have a few more questions in the chat from just Angela. There's a question. 1 second, Angela. Angela says, I need to wrap up some things in my life that keep recycling. What am I missing? So if things keep recycling, you're missing the lesson, the wisdom, but I'll let Sarah answer.
You're missing that. And also it's looking at the trigger to what's triggering things to keep coming up. So what situations keep arising, or where do you keep putting yourself in the same situation so it rears itself again? Of course, you know, when we're looking at it energetically, it could be traveling from many experiences back, but you know, it's about where it's come from. But it's also to look at the triggers in the time and now and think, why does this trigger me? Why do I keep acting in that way again and again? And really digging deep, what is it about? Is it about not being able to express yourself, so you know you feel like you're being trampled on? What is it really about? And it's looking at that and using some deep introspection so that you can begin to make changes to the way that you move forward.
I don't think Angela's gonna like that answer.
Probably
what else?
Not.
What else have you got for her?
Well, it is about looking at what energy it is. I mean, if she said, if she could say what it is that keeps happening, we could look at
so
the
she's
energy.
saying naughty. So do you think there's, I'm being naughty? I could be being, I could be being, I am being naughty, but is it possible that there are naughty beings affecting her?
It could be possible, yes. It could be possible because, you know, there's naughty beings, as I call them, that have been infecting all of us. Yeah. I keep sending them off. They're, you know, from many past lives, it's their energy. And in a past life, they may have, under the laws of free will, obviously they're not meant to interrupt our energy field, but, you know, only this morning I was sending off some beings that were causing, like, what was it? It was trepidation or something. It was something like that, along those lines. So, you know, we will have experienced many different souls within many of our experiences, and those energies really can follow us across time, because there's no such thing as time in some ways. It's like time isn't linear. The energy stays within ourselves, within our field. And also there are, you know, when we start raising our vibration, there are, as I call them, naughty beings that want to interrupt our journeys. But I don't want to go too far into that.
And she said, but yes, the issue is not ending. For example, tomorrow I have to deal with a lawsuit, today a defamatory email, something viral, something, and it's just never ending. Yeah.
So it could be like, the feeling I'm getting is being caught in a circle and a loop. Being caught in a loop of, I'm hearing, if you want, disastrous kind of experiences that feel disastrous. Of course, when we can step away and look at where it's coming from.
And that is what the energy she's got, is that it's a disaster, something really, you know, really bad again and again and again. Yeah, and
it's being stuck in a loop of disaster I'm being given. So it's about looking at that.
So you got to look at that, Angela, and see, okay, what am I creating here? What am I reacting to? What am I, you know, how can I be different, you know, in these situations? And part of it is that your own reactions, right? But yeah, you might want to get a session with Sarah to go deeper into that for sure. There was a question from Nicole. Oh my goodness, some more questions coming in now, people. Why? we're gonna do other stuff. Yeah, awesome. I lost it. Nicole, I lost your thing. Oh yeah. Nicole said something. I'm preparing to launch my spirit-led business. And if you're looking for timing, again, it's going to be in perfect divine timing. I'm preparing to launch my spirit-led business and would love any insight to help me soar over this final ledge of resistance. I like that. Just jump, just fly, just jump, go for it.
It's about being seen more. It's about, I feel that's what I'm being given. It's about being seen and judgment of others.
Yeah, and she's been told from her own guidance, it's time to get off the bench and onto the field. So, you know, that really does mean do what you got to do. Jump, go into the rink, the arena, and regardless of what people think. Some people are going to judge. It's not any of your business if they do. Some people are going to react in a certain way that has nothing to do with you. It's them. Right? So you just do your thing. Go ahead.
Absolutely. You often always get, you know, people that were going to criticize or not agree with your point of view, and that's fine because that's their path, that's their journey. It's about staying strong and knowing that if you're working for the divine, that you're fully supported, and you know you've got all your guides and angels around you, and Creator wants us to achieve and get our words and our energy and our gifts out there, especially at the time and now, as much change is happening.
Yeah, exactly. So just do it. That, and you know, that old resistance, that fear, that perceived judgments from people. Why would you let that stop you? Why would you let that limit you? Enough. Just do it. And people who know me well know when I say that, I mean just do it. Okay. Because it's stopping your creation, right? So, all right. So, so Sarah, we'll get back to some questions if we have time. But in the meantime, let's talk about your special offer, and let's do the meditation too, right?
Lovely. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So the special offers are slightly different from what we had before last season. So if you are on the live page, just click on special offer. If you're not, you can go to alara.at/show/Sarah6. And it's like, okay, these are really, the prices are even lower this time than last time. So it's like, okay, because, you know, the timing. So package A, B, and C. So Sarah, you want to talk about them quickly?
Yes, well, package A is a reading within the Akashic Records with a meditation as well, and the offer of my book, which I'm gifting to everyone, the first book in the series. So that's a reading. So we can look at missions, we can look at any blocks, and we do a little bit of healing in there. We might work on one journey. The second offer is an hour of the key work, which we'll may travel to one specific planet, or we may look at often many of us old souls are holding contracts with the Creator to hold certain energies. For instance, I was holding the worst one that I think ever, learning the hard way, which was a contract. So I had many lives where I was learning the hard way, and we may hold some weights just so that we can aid the duality of existence, and also grow from our experience, and you know, aid others to be able to help them not have to learn the hard way. So, you know, it might be clearing such issues as that. And then there's the larger offer, the 2-hour energy key work. Sometimes it does go on a little bit longer. And with all those offers, it's including the one meditation, a special invite to join me for a protection workshop. So that will be running on, I think I put down the 22nd of June. So it'll be an hour. We'll do a meditation.
Yeah, I forget the date, but you did tell me June.
Yeah, it is the 22nd, I think. It's not next week, it's the week after.
June 23rd.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and a copy of the book as well. Yeah. So
and then package C also includes something else.
It includes the group meditation and a copy of the book.
And the audio download package, Meditations to Aid Daily Living in the Time of Now.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, package C, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I messed up, but now you're getting it, so.
No.
So yeah, please do take a look at those. And you know, there's so much you can do in any of those sessions with Sarah. The 40-minute reading, the 1-hour reading, healing, or the an hour and a half to 2 hours, as well as the audio meditation and the Zoom call and the books. And because even in the book, there's a lot of healing that you receive from even reading the book, right?
Yes, there is. Yeah, absolutely. And it also awakens people and gives people an insight into, you know, what's going on and look at different energies.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Good. So all of those 3 special offers are available at alara.at/show/Sarah6, SARAH6. So please do take a look at those and book your sessions quickly with Sarah so you can start to, you know, shift your life, move forward, clear stuff, etc. Okay. Awesome. Good. So I know Jane had, sorry, I was just going to say, Jane had written in the chat too, that she highly recommends a session with you, you know.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you,
I think
Jane.
she was trying to talk, but she wrote in the chat. So I just wanted to let you know about that too.
Ah, lovely. Thank you.
All right. So we want to do a short meditation.
Yes, I'm going to do a short meditation about inner peace at times of trouble, bringing some calming to our nervous system and nerves. We're going to clear a few beliefs. We're working on beliefs. We're not going into old stories per se, because that will be individual in a key session. But we're going to work on a few beliefs through the meditation, and people are going to step into the key energy. So,
Awesome.
I'll just begin. I do speak light language and make a few funny faces, but yeah, just ignore that. So
it's okay. We'll have our eyes closed anyways.
That's it. So, Ishalakar tu apalata itu ish as iskabarat. Ila paroti ala ush askadilu karatai. Just imagining now a beautiful gold and platinum light coming down from divine creator to a beautiful ball of gold and platinum light at the top of your head. And just imagining that light now traveling down through the body, down and down, till it reaches a beautiful light at the bottom of your feet. We're going to take this light now down through new earth, bright earth, gold and platinum earth, Ishalakaratur, anchoring you to earth, Ilaparator Elarati Ishkadatku, anchoring you to new earth, bright earth, and taking that light now back up through earth, back up and up, till it once again reaches a beautiful light at the base of the feet. And we're going to take that light up now through the body, up and up, till it reaches once again the top of the head. Taking a deep breath, just imagining that light now shooting up through the universe, up and up, till you reach a white light. That's right for you. And just feeling that light as you sit with Creator, in the glory, and all those that give him permission now, just imagining Melchizedek, stepping forward with the beautiful key of protection in front of you, and just giving permission now to step into that key energy. And taking a deep breath. And another deep breath. Feeling the light around you. Taking a deep breath. As we give any thoughts up to Creator, causing chaos, Ishalaka, in our mind. And remembering the glory of Creator. Remembering the glory within yourselves. Ishalakai aparatu. Hallelujah. Ishalakai. Removing some fears, just thoughts of fear. Ishalakaratu. Ishalaparata. As you feel relaxing, calm energy, Iliparatukor is as ush alapa. Isalaparatu, Ika bathing you in Ishalakarakuratu, the eternal light. Iliparatu I us ish I ilukorata of Creator. Iliparatu all kai askru the kaparatu ush, apataratu ishalaka. Ilakora padikudulikai ush alakai. As Creator talks to you, Ilaparatiara Lakadatu I sky, Ishkadagai reminding you, Ilapadikai Alakor Ish Askadukar Lakoratu, of the gift Ishalaka that is your life, Ilapakarat Kualakai. And just giving up any worries, Ishalaka, in the moment of now that are blocking you from knowing. Ishalakai utktu the eternal light, Ishadku, the eternal support, Ishalakarutu us alaparity of Creator alapa ishkra. Moving thoughts of feeling low. Giving your troubles to Creator in this moment, Ishalakai away. Hallelujah. As angels and guides surround you, Ipkduilaka Tor Ipkai Uskat Utkta Eat Ishkip Is Alakat Us Ush. Calming nerves, Ilapa Ut Ut Idkai. And surrounding you in the glory of Creator. Taking a deep breath. As you feel the glory, the support. Giving up fears. As Creator brings divine support, divine grounding, and knowing you're divinely protected, feeling that protection, with calm, with support, with love. And now, as we come out of the key energy, just taking a deep breath. Taking a deep breath as we come back into that beautiful white light. And just coming back, Ishalakai, slowly sending down. Bringing all that glory with you. Taking a deep breath as we come back to a beautiful ball of golden platinum light at the top of our heads. I'm feeling that light now traveling down through the body. Down and down till it reaches the feet. And taking that energy down through new earth, bright earth, gold and platinum earth. Anchoring it to earth in protection, Ishalakai, grace and love. As that energy travels back up through earth, anchoring all we have done, up to your feet, up through your body, to a beautiful light at the top of your head. Taking a moment while we anchor this, Ishalakai, these new feelings, Iparoi, Hallelujah, away. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And when you're ready, just opening your eyes.
Wow, thank you. That was awesome.
Oh, lovely.
I was like, oh my goodness, sweating so much at one point.
Were you? Oh, bless.
Yeah, and then I was like yawning like crazy. I'm still yawning like crazy, but wow. How's everybody doing? What's going on? What are you feeling? What are you experiencing? Ugh. Beautiful. Nicole says, beautiful, thank you.
That's the old
Yvette
energy
says,
leaving.
oh, good. See, old energy leaving.
Old energy leaving.
Yes, good. Keep yawning, let it go. Don't hold on to it. You don't have to analyze sometimes. Sometimes I say you do need to, but in this instance, you don't have to analyze what it is. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Beautiful and peaceful. Beautiful, lots of energy swirling, yawning, joy coming through. Good.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, awesome. 1 second here. Body temperature dropping for Jeshri. I know, mine is normal now too, but it was, at one point it was so powerful and sweat coming down my back. Serene, Julie says, so powerful and beautiful. Got chills at one point, Julie says. Yeah, right. We experience so many different things when we're willing to receive and allow, right? So Devrani says, thank you, really powerful. Yeah.
With the key work, you do often feel energy lifting off. It is, and often people do yawn a lot, and sometimes it brings up different emotions, so we can quickly lift them off, give them back to Creator, and change how we're feeling. So it, you know, within a key session, it does go quite deep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so the 40-minute Akashic record reading for package A is $75. Package B is the 1 hour key session plus the bonuses. I think it's 111. And then package C is the up to 2 hour key session plus all the bonuses plus the audio download package, which is $230. So pick for you what you would like to work with Sarah, and you know, give it a go. I mean, especially like if you've been wanting to release stuff for so long, you've been wanting to let go of stuff for so long, you just want to move forward and have clarity and just, you know, clear the path so that you can move forward. Definitely go ahead and book one of those key sessions. Linda says, yes, and in a key session, you may even cough up heavier energies. Yeah, absolutely. And get those naughty beings, you know, released out of your system as well, if there are any there, you know? So that's all possible.
You know, when we send the naughty beings off, they go home to Creator, and Creator gives them love. And just to let everyone know, we call them naughty beings, but Creator loves every soul without judgment, and that's what we really need to spread, that love around the world without judgment. Not what that Creator condones acts that are you know, that aren't from the highest perspective, but we are all loved. And many guides came to show us that we, you know, Creator is a forgiving source of
absolutely
of light. So we need to remember that. Yeah,
it's totally a total full acceptance, better than you can imagine. So Sarah, there were two quick questions that maybe we can take. One was from Yvette, and we'll just see what you get. Yvette says, I wonder if you could help with this. I feel like there are lots of losses happening in a pattern, and I'm afraid. This is personal things. Can you shed some light on this for me? Well, she can't go into the Akash, you know, right now. And she's asking, can you shed some light on this for me per Akash? Is there a tear in the aura? Is there interference? Can you see and say? Let's see.
I'm getting it is about fear. Like there's deep fear of loss, but also deep fear of I'm getting I don't know why, but they're giving me being attacked. I don't know if that makes sense, but it all stems from fear. And once you step out of fear, you realize that, you know, you have got divine protection, although when it's happening, it's not so great. So I don't know if that resonates but I keep getting a big flashing fear.
So when she steps back into love and out of fear, it'll get better. It always does, right? But it's like, but getting out of fear and back into love, easier said than done, right?
It is, absolutely. And, you know, we've all been in that state of that place. We've all experienced it, and it's not, you know, it can need a little bit of a help.
So Yvette, if you can get a session with Sarah, that would be helpful, because if there are any naughty beings or entities or attachments and things like that, then she can't do that on the call, and she can't, you know, necessarily see that on the call because she's not in your records, but perhaps she can assist you in that way. Okay, so take a look at the offers. All right, and Julie, is there a way? Of course there's a way, Julie, but is there a way for me to clear my contracts with my husband to create harmony in my home for my kids as well? I think he has entities.
You know, we can't work on others. You know, that we can only work with the client that's presented to us, and often whoever comes, Creator's sending. So I know that whoever comes, it's divinely intervention there. But we can't work with others, so we can only work with ourselves about protecting ourselves. It's also about not reacting, as we said again, to triggers, because often within a relationship, you know, I'm sure we can all know that we've had like things that trigger us with our partner, or it might even be friends or whatever. But it's about looking at what it is with us that is really irritating us, and you know, and but it's also about making sure you're safe at all times, and that, you know, the rows don't escalate too much, and it's about putting in some boundaries as well, looking at other paths, but it's about safety first.
Yeah, and you can't always cancel a contract, or can you?
Not for another. I mean, and also,
no, I mean, if it's her contract with her husband.
Well, we can look at past lives, and we can clear up any time that there may have been, you know, it might be they caused each other harm in some way in another life, and it's energetically playing out again. We can definitely look at that and definitely work on that. But it might go a bit deeper than that. It's about what we're attracting as well, obviously, to what we're.
Yeah. And she
would
knows...
you recommend which
go ahead, Julie.
package would you recommend for that type of work? No, I'm just wondering if for like that type of work that I'm asking about, would that be better to do the Akashic record or the
keys session?
The keys I'd
session. Say it would be better to do that, because we go really quite deep and in depth, and within a couple of hours we can clear a lot of old energy. And
so package B or C.
Thank you.
Julie.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
Yes, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And that's the thing, it's like sometimes these patterns, and even for Yvette, sometimes these patterns they can be unraveled, they can be cleared, they can be healed, and you can get the wisdom, but it's not going to happen in a two-minute conversation like this, right?
Of course,
so sometimes you have to go deeper.
And also, you know, in one session, say we clear worry, I wrote it down because I just wanted to make a point, because I didn't even think of this, but the other day I cleared worry, and then I got told to do fretting. So I spent 2 hours clearing fretting. So we've got to look at every, there's many different avenues that you know might need exploring to where something comes from.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Yvette, so the long pattern of losing and being depleted and left to being harmed. So it is a matter of having those boundaries and the protection, and at the same time raising your vibration so that you're not in fear. Because if you are in fear, you're vulnerable to stuff.
Well, yeah, and but sometimes we have to go through that little stage of fear to come out the other side, because you know I had as I was growing, as this was my gift came in and I was going through the keys, I had a little period where I was in great fear of, as I call them now, naughty beings, which had I not gone through, I wouldn't be able to do the work I am doing now. So I actually look at that little period as a gift rather than, although at the time it definitely didn't feel like it. So I can completely understand where some, you know, people listening how they might be feeling, because I actually I did go through that little period myself, and it's proof here that you can come out the other side of naughty beings trying to stop your mission, if you like.
Yeah.
But
so there is hope, Yvette.
There is hope, and it was a bigger picture really, because had I not gone through that little period, I wouldn't be doing this now. So you know,
everything that you are experiencing is really taking you to the next level of who you are.
Absolutely.
Right? If you look at it from an objective point of view without judgment, everything you're experiencing is going to help you in becoming more of who you are. And also part of it, I mean, like there were some things I resisted too, and it's like, you know what, I'm not going to resist it anymore. Maybe I have a capacity in this, and so it's like I'm just going to do the work if it comes up. And so sometimes that's why I don't really talk about entities and all that kind of stuff very much, because I don't like it, but I think I do have a talent, a gift in it. So it's like
I don't really talk about it either, really, because it's something that comes up within a key session, and we deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, it's the duality of existence. Without them, and I thank, you know, in a way, if it wasn't for people, or not people, souls playing that role, then none of us would be here, and we've all may have even played that role at some point ourselves, without even, you know. And until you start exploring your past, you can't really, and then it does take the fear away.
Yeah, and I always say, you know what, at this point of most of us, for, you know, we have been and done everything in other lives, dimensions, realities. We have been and done everything, so there's no judgment, you know. It's like, okay, you know, so if I'm experiencing this right now, it's like, all right, cool, you know. But Linda says it's all grist for the gratitude mill. I love that.
Absolutely.
I love that, Linda. That's a meme for sure. I love that. Suzanne says that she had a block in her upper chest vertebrae, and since the meditation with you, it feels like it's gone. Yay!
Oh, good. Oh, bless her.
That's awesome. Good. And so Yvette says, thank you. I was thinking of that today, something that we were talking about, right? So.
Oh, lovely.
And Linda says, me too, about something. Oh, it's all grist for the gratitude meal. Yeah, I love that. I just love that. It's like, God, it's so good. And it is, you know, and so that's the thing. It's like every experience that you are having right now is something that you are, I don't like to say creating or attracting, but it's something that you can use as grist for the gratitude meal.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna use that, Linda, like over and over again. I think I just love it. So Sarah, there was something else. I think there was something else that you wanted to share with us, but I think I kind of misunderstood and don't really have the Zoom info. You wanted to invite everybody to a Zoom call.
Yes. Well, if anyone wants to join, I'm doing a free Zoom meditation like this next Tuesday coming, 4 o'clock UK time. So I do think I put it on the link that I sent.
Sure, maybe.
Yeah.
But if not, so I will put it on the gift page, and you can all take a look at it there. Okay. It's just going to be.
We're just going to go through a bit of knowing your guide's energy signature and talking about some laws of the universe and trying to dispel a few myths that cause fear about the naughty beings. And so that's
so I will add that to the gift page, because I wasn't sure if I had the correct Zoom info. That is at 8 a.m. Pacific, I think.
That is, Linda, bless you.
You'll have to get up early. Yeah. All right. So again, everyone, please do take a look at the special offer page, alara.at/show/Sarah6. Take a look at the 3 ways of working with Sarah. 40-minute Akashic record session, a 1-hour key session, or a 2-hour key session, and get yourself booked. Okay. So get yourself booked with Sarah. Work with her. You heard the testimonials from Jayshree, from Jane, and I think there was somebody else, Linda as well. Was talking about working with you and how wonderful you are. So,
oh, bless them. They're all wonderful too.
Yeah, exactly. So please do. Yeah. So Linda says, I highly recommend key sessions. Good. Awesome. So please do take a look at those. All right. So is there anything else you want to close off with today, Sarah?
No, I really wanted to finish by just saying to those that have called in and asked for advice, that are in fear now of attack, etc. Please try to imagine those beings, or try to dispel the feeling of fear by seeing them as, they might have a bit of energy around them that isn't so great, but inside they're just like us. They're just like shiny balls of light. And I think that can really help.
Absolutely. Yeah. And they are also expressions of Creator.
Okay? Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. Good. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for all of your questions, your comments, your feedback. Thank you for being here with us today, present. For those of you who are wondering, I will not have any calls this weekend because I'm going to be training again all weekend. So no prayer circle and no Sisterhood of the Radiant Roads. Okay. So just letting you all know ahead of time. But we'll be back next week for another show with somebody else. Forget who. I think it's Maya. All right. So thank you so much, Sarah. This was wonderful. Awesome. Beautiful. Laura. Love the process. And that wisdom was just absolutely, it's what was needed right now. So thank you.
Oh, lovely. Thank you for having me back as well. It's lovely. I love being on your show.
Oh, thank you. Me too. It's so much fun.
It's lovely.
All right, everyone. Thank you. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.